say that then the I know there's a lot of stereotypes out there about Latin Mass communities. Some people would think that wherever you go, you're going to find just very cliquey, very hard to speak with, very judgmental groups. Um, Wherever you go in the Latin Mass communities, are you saying that's somewhat true then in general?
You want to go?
I've only been to one place with. Have we been anywhere else besides our oratory? I don't think we have.
No.
I can only speak for the one time I went to a Latin Mass in many years ago, and then coming to the oratory. In general, traditional traditional Latin Mass goers do things differently. It's a different culture. You could even describe it as a I don't want to say subculture because it's not. It's just it's more in tune with the ancient customs of how the church operated on Sundays. So at the oratory, we did not experience that kind of rejection. We actually experienced the exact opposite. We received a warm welcome. We were still clearly newcomers, and it was obvious. I know our first Mass at the oratory we were in the front row, and we didn't know what we were doing. We didn't know it was a Latin Mass. So it was clearly...
And why do we sit in the front row?
Right.
Like
we like sitting in the front row.
I know, but for somebody who's never been, like, sit in the second row. Make sure someone's in front of you.
Well, we didn't know we were going to a Latin Mass.
That's true.
So
we didn't know what we were doing.
We didn't know we were in.
We
Latin
fell
Mass.
into this.
It was an accident.
But I think to talk about the stereotypes of traditional Latin Mass goers, I had heard that, and I don't know where I really heard it from in the past. I don't know if it was just, I don't know where it came from, but I had always assumed and took that people who go to traditional Latin Mass are more uppity, they're pious, they are going to be more judgmental and not friendly. And that first experience just reiterated that. And I just thought, well, okay, I guess maybe that is true. And then our second experience at the Oratory of St. Gregory and Augustine in St. Louis has blown every stereotype out of the water.
Mm-hmm.
There's always going to be people who are going to just not be, the most favorable on any given Sunday. But we have not found that at all. And it's completely night and day.
Yeah, I mean, our community, both the Latin Mass, living the traditional calendar, and finding this community of people, this particular group of people has changed our lives.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you take all that into account when we look at this, our current parish, and I think you're right. I think it just kind of blew all the stereotypes. I think it's exactly what it is. They're stereotypes. And there's a lot of assumptions made about people who go to Latin Mass. There's a lot of assumptions made about priests who perform the Latin Mass. There's a lot of assumptions made about all kinds of things with the Latin Mass. But the truth is, you have to go and discover it and see for yourself. You need to go and see for yourself in order to know what is true. And for us, we stumbled upon the Latin Mass here in St. Louis, and it's been a wonderful, wonderful experience.
And at the end of the day, I know, at least for us, those assumptions of the community, they just fall to the wayside, because the most important thing is the worship and adoration of Jesus Christ in the Eucharist. The Mass is not about our community. It's a nice added bonus because we all are a family of God worshiping together. But when it came down to it, the Latin Mass for us was an amazing, beautiful experience of deep worship, of holy worship with our whole selves, our whole bodies, everything of how we approach the Mass and participate in the Mass. And I think that is what has what we have to focus on, because if we continue to get caught up in, well, I don't like the people that go to that mass. Well, you've missed the boat, because the mass isn't about you. It's not about me. The mass is about Jesus Christ and the Eucharist. And that just, for me, is how God has really helped me understand this process of, it's okay that, somebody offended you, Leah, back in Southern California, and you got your feelings hurt or you didn't feel welcome. That's okay. That's okay. Because what Christ has called us to in our family is to worship him with the extraordinary form of the Mass. And it like Ricky said, it's changed our lives. I mean, I can't even believe we're saying that. Like, I know, I can't even believe that I've been Catholic my whole life. And I've been to Mass as long as I can remember, but yet it is this Mass, it is the ancient Mass, it's the traditional Latin Mass that has changed our faith life. And that's just been beautiful.